Hi there, you Holly?
I'm Holly, and I'm going to show you guys around. I just want you to watch your step. You can grab here, that's fine. As you're coming across, it's kind of a big step.
Okay, step aboard, go ahead, follow. Okay, go ahead.
So the Tole Mour is a sailing school vessel. We use her to teach students marine biology and sail training. Our students are 4th to 12th grade, so 10 years old to 18 years old. And we sail her out in the Channel Islands. We go to Catalina. Have you guys been to Catalina yet?
Nice.
It's pretty great.
They've heard a lot about it.
Yeah, and a big part of our program is snorkeling. So we teach marine biology, and then we put the kids in the ocean, and we look at all of the things that we were just talking about, all the marine invertebrates and the fish. We see a lot of marine mammals, dolphins and sea lions, and sometimes whales too when we're out. So, actually, yesterday when we came back in from a sail, there was a sea lion at the end of the dock, and he stayed there for a couple hours. It was pretty fun. So we have lots of interesting animal encounters.
Nice.
But the Tole Mour was built to be a hospital ship in the Marshall Islands. So she's built for blue water sailing in the South Pacific, and she then moved to Hawaii and was working with youth at risk, like adjudicated youth, kind of rehabilitating them in Hawaii for a while until our company bought her in 2001, and now she's a school. But she's built to be a work boat, and so that's why she's so big and spacious, because I'll take you down below and you'll see the spaces that used to be like the hospital, like the pharmacy and the surgery and things like that. Yeah, on board this ship. We've changed it now. I'll show you down below, because now that's the space where our students live when they come on board, and they stay overnight. The school year, they'll be here for a 3-day or a 5-day trip, and in the summertime we have summer camps, so they'll have 1 week, 2 week, or 3 weeks of voyaging in the Channel Islands. So we go up north to the other islands too, and we spend a lot of time in the water.
Sweet.
So we teach our students how to sail the ship, and at the end of the trip, the professional crew steps out of the sailing completely, and the kids sail the boat without us. So that's a really cool part of our program, because it really enables the students to do something that they didn't think they were capable of doing, trying something totally new and foreign to them, and every time they succeed, it's really a beautiful thing to see. It really helps to build their character and their teamwork, and they love it. They have a great time. Our motto is we work hard and play hard. So these sails right here, they each weigh about 2,000 pounds, and the kids haul them up by hand with the rigging that you see around, and they also set these sails out here so that we sail our boat whenever we can. We do have an engine, but we try to be sailing whenever we can. So I'm going to take you down below to our student quarters where our kids sleep. So just watch your head and your feet, because there are lots of places to trip and lots of things to hit your head on your way down.
Be careful. Bunks?
Yes, twice a year. Yeah. And they go to San Miguel Island and they haul out and they molt, they shed their fur and they regrow new fur. So this is our one of our student quarters here where the kids live. Every kid gets a bunk, and one of these, we call them pukas. We still have some Hawaiian terminology left over from the boat's time in Hawaii. So these benches all lift up, and there's a little puka, a little cubby there for their gear. They have a hammock for their stuff, and that's all of the space that they get while they're on board for their voyage. And they're responsible for keeping their stuff always stowed, always shipshape. I'll take you up to our lab now, which is one of our classrooms.
And we'll go up to the classroom.
We call this our lab. It's our primary classroom. We have the photographs around have been taken by our staff, and they're all animals that we see out in the ocean on our snorkels and on our dives. We have microscopes. There's one here. They all connect to these TV monitors around. So we tow for plankton, microscopic organisms in the ocean, and then we bring them up and analyze them. Our students analyze them and try and identify them. We're also part of a volunteer program to track hazardous algal blooms. So there's some algae that naturally contains toxins, and so we're part of a survey system. When we're out sailing, we sample the water wherever we go, and we send our sample into the California Department of Health, and they analyze it, and they help or they use that information to help predict where these blooms, it's called, when there's a lot of this algae in one space, in one place, are going to occur. So they can almost predict them like the weather, and that helps people know, like, don't eat the shellfish from this area at this time because there's a lot of this toxic algae.
So it calls red tide?
Red tide is a very famous kind of one of these.
Okay.
So, and we also keep an aquarium. There's nothing in our aquarium right now, but we keep an aquarium when we're out sailing. When we're in the harbor for a number of days like we are right now, we don't want to keep an aquarium because we pump the water from the water that we're in, and the harbor water here is pretty dirty, so it's not something we want to flush our animals with. But we do a lot of marine biology education. This black case back there contains an ROV, a remotely operated vehicle. It's cool. a little underwater submarine that has a camera. So we'll drive it down 200 feet below the surface, and it pipes a video image to this TV right here. So we're sitting in here driving it, and the kids are watching what we're seeing. And we've seen angel sharks,
luminescence.
Octopus. Yeah, bioluminescence, definitely.
Amazing.
The jellyfish that glow in the dark.
Actually not right now. It takes quite a bit to set up and bring it in. We're only in about 15 feet of water right now, so there's not a lot to see. Right, and also this water is not only fresh water and salt water mixed because we're at the mouth of a river, but it's pretty polluted where we are right now in this harbor.
Sure.
So, they're named after Channel Islands. We're gonna go this way.
Follow this way, guys. Go that way.
So that's the lab because it's the lab. But down below, like our student quarters are named after the different Channel Islands. So Santa Cruz, Santa Rosa,
Anacapa.
They can cook here.
Yeah, sure. They have galley. They live here. People live here always. This is their house.
Really?
Grog. Drink.
Okay, so this is the helm. We steer with our wheels, a hydraulic system. I'll show you where the rudder connects back half. All of our nav equipment's in here in the chart house. And as you can probably tell from standing here, the view is not great. So when we're coming into or out of a harbor like this, the captain actually stands up on that housetop, and one of our crew members is right here, and that crew member is responsible for the wheel, the helm, the throttle, the transmission, and also this is called the bow thruster. So you're doing everything all at once, and we call that person the octopus. Great.
Did they use this until now?
Yes, of course. Anytime they go in the ocean. Yeah, sure. They go to the Catalina Island.
Back here, that other boat back
different.
here is our snorkel boat, so we load our students in and out of that boat every day to send them either ashore, maybe they're going ashore for a hike and a picnic, maybe they're going snorkeling, so that's kind of our ferry boat that we take the kids back and forth.
Would you hold that too?
Can I hold Yeah, we do haul it up. Right up there, you see those big black bars reaching out? That's where that one hauls up.
Davits.
And because that one's on the side, we launch it by hand and we can launch it really fast. We can actually put that boat in the water in like 2 minutes from the time we say go.
Nice.
I'll take you in here. You guys can see our space in here. Come follow me. So these are some of the Tole Mour crew members right here.
Yay.
Tole crew, these are some international students from long beach states. And the space that you're in right now, we call it the mess. It's where we eat our meals. It's where we hang out on our days off, which is what's happening right now. And it's another classroom space for us, a meeting space for us. It's one of the few places on the boat where we can put everybody in one spot. Down the stairway down there, we're not going to go down there, but that's our crew's quarters. So we, the long-term crew, live on board the boat, and that's where we live down there. And we all have cabins that we share down below, typically with one other crew member. So you have one roommate. On our way out, I'll take you through the galley, which is what you call a kitchen on a boat, where our cook makes meals for us. We can have about 50 people sailing with us at one time. So our cook is cooking 3 meals a day for 50 people, which I think is kind of an amazing feat. So you can follow me through the galley here.
Nice to meet you all. It's the galley. Kitchen. Galley.
Do the thing, yeah. Do the thing, clear it up. They do go there. We don't typically take them down this hatch. There's another entrance down below. But but sometimes we go out this way, because it's a pretty steep ladder. But, you know, we invite our kids to participate in every part of sailing the boat, including taking care of the engine and doing boat checks in the middle of the night and making sure that the boat is still safe. That's pretty much the Tole Mour. Do you guys have any questions for me?
Great. Thank you very much.
Thank you. That's very kind.
Pack out Kitty. She's
it's
pregnant.
Our donation, Kitty.
Gonna have a litter.
Oh, thank you. That's very kind of you all. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you. That's extremely kind of you to let us come aboard.
Did you guys just go to the Queen Mary too?
We did Aqualink.
Oh, Aqualink.